Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another glorious episode of our Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. It is another joyous day as we continue to make progress on our steel production facilities, soon to be followed by our vehicle production facilities, and as we have finally seen some progress with regards to the crop problems we'd been facing recently, another challenge overcome by our glorious nation, at least by Veterinkagrad up at Farminsky. These beautiful fields have now properly begun feeding our beautiful people. Folks, as always, if you've been enjoying this series and you'd like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. It makes such a big difference in just how I approach content on the channel. What I should do more or less of is made very clear to me based on what I see in terms of the number of likes and comments, but also in terms of what y'all say in the comments. Now, actually, on the topic of comments, I've seen a lot of discussion with regards to the whole seasons thing that I mentioned last time, where it seems as though I won't be able to have access to the whole mechanic because I am playing I'm playing the latest beta version, but it's a game we started a long time ago. It's an older version of the map, etc., etc. Anyway, couple things on that front. Now, I've seen many of you suggest that we should start over, which is, such a scary thing to think about, but also an interesting thing to think about. But I've also seen many of you point out that there is a way to maintain our progress and integrate seasons and all the new features into our playthrough. Now, there are pros and cons to both of those options. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking either we wait until the beta build becomes the main build, or we wait until our steel and vehicle production is up and running, and then we go ahead and make the move where I'm able to use those features in our current playthrough. If I'm going to restart Workers and Resources, and I'll be honest, this has become one of those games that I don't know when I'm going to stop playing. Just straight up, just being completely honest with you. I don't know when I'm going to stop playing this game. So if I am to restart and build a new nation from scratch with all the lessons we've learned, I'm probably going to do that when the game releases a full version. It's supposed to be this year, and I mean, hopefully that's still the case, that they're going to get to their completion point, their version 1.0 sometime this year. And that's when I would consider restarting, because as some of you pointed out in the comments, again, quite wisely, if I restart now, and then, 2 updates later, there's another thing that causes me to restart, and then 2 updates later, there's another thing that causes me to restart, it's a never-ending cycle, right? But, again, like I said, there is a way for me to implement the new features into our current nation, which means we're not going to be missing out on the whole heating and on seasons and things like that. I'm just holding off on doing it because if the beta build breaks, I don't want our nation to break. And there are already existing challenges that I think we're in the middle of tackling. We should maybe tackle them first and then go through the multiple-step process of carrying this nation over into, an updated version where we can see seasons. So, again, to clarify, my plan... Sorry, because I feel like I was rambling there. I apologize for saying it again, but just to be clear, my plan is either A, we wait until the beta build becomes the main build, and then we continue with this nation with seasons enabled using a special method that y'all shared with me, that I will share with you when the time comes. Or B, we will wait until our steel production and our vehicle production is up and running, because those are our current challenges. So wait until all that is up and running, and then we transfer our nation over to an update so that we're continuing the Let's Play, but again, we have seasons and stuff enabled. I really hope I'm being crystal clear. The words make sense in my head, but the moment I speak them out, I'm like, oh man, this is confusing. Anyway, point being, I don't think we're restarting. We'll restart when the game officially releases with all of its features intact, and even that's a big maybe. I'll poll you guys when that time comes, like what you think, if we should restart or not. I agree, taking all of our learnings and starting fresh is always fun, because then you don't get messes like our trains, or, the hot mess that is party power. But at the same time, I agree with the other party as well, because there's 2 sides to everything, right? And I've seen both sides to everything in the comments. The other side is that seeing Vera be so neat compared to party power be such a mess is in itself a bit of a fun thing to see the comparison, right? To see the comparison of what learning looks like versus the old city when we first started establishing ourselves. I don't know. Anyway, point being, If we restart, that's a conversation for later, folks. For now, this glorious nation continues to hopefully prosper as we continue developing our industry. It's so exciting to me that Vera is up and running. I think today, again, we're going to allow this construction to continue. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to suspend the construction on our steel mill. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I would really like all the construction focus to be on these iron mines instead at first. And apparently you can also... Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, this was pointed out to me in the comments too. It's ridiculous. Like, what a great sense of user flow and just user experience design. Like, realizing, hey, you know what? This makes a lot more sense to have it work like this, where I can click on list of construction offices and assign or unassign from here and implementing that. It's just so good. It's so good. It is so good. It is so aware of what the game needs to improve, and then it's done, you know, and then it's done. Man, AAA devs could learn something here. That's all I'm saying, all right? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so this is all done. This is all done. Whoops. I meant to check you. Let's go ahead and assign these guys as well. Yep, there we go. Okay, so right. I interrupt myself again, as I tend to do. I want to make sure that our iron mines are done first, and then I want to make sure that our iron ore processing is done next, because until these things are done, there's no point in having a steel mill up and running. It's just not going to be able to get anything done. Right, so... Oh, I keep forgetting to click the check mark. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do that little song and dance again a little bit, I think. Yep. So yeah, so basically getting the steel mill up and running before it's getting iron delivered to it is pointless. Getting the iron ore processing plants up and running before the iron is being mined is pointless. So I want to make sure that this stuff is getting done in the right order before we just have a bunch of stuff that's... Go ahead and check all these guys in. Yeah, before we just go ahead and get a bunch of stuff done that isn't going to do anything for us. Let's go ahead and get all of you in as well. Might as well, right? Might as well bring all these construction offices up over here. Zavodsk construction office. Yeah, like there's the ones up there that I've just not assigned at all, which is silly of me. Ruralinsky, Uprisingrad, and Zavodsk. Yeah, all these guys are well within range, so might as well. And it's cool, too, that it doesn't just pull every construction office, like the ones up by, up in the old city. They're not getting pulled into this conversation here, right? That's pretty neat as well. Nice and neat and organized and comprehensible. That's the most important thing. Something I feel like I'm not being today, but I hope that's not the case. Alright, so this is all set up. Construction officers are going to work hard over there. Our fields problem has been fixed. Now, there was the suggestion that maybe it would be wise to get a road cargo station somewhere over here. Like, maybe we get rid of this small field. It's not doing much for us anyway. And maybe instead we go ahead and get ourselves a road cargo station here so that these trucks can all load a bit more properly. That might not be a bad idea. How much crops do we have over here? 43 tons of crops. Wow. All right. Where is my cargo station? Road cargo station. Would it fit here? It would fit here. It would connect properly. You know what? That's not a terrible idea at all. A small field does so little for us. In fact, it's probably actually making us less... what's the word I'm looking for? Less efficient in the long run. So we're going to go ahead and, yes, get rid of this. Go ahead and get rid of this. And we'll get the road cargo station down over here. Gotta wait until this is gone, obviously. So that's the first thing we're going to do. That should help further smooth this operation out over here. We're going to tackle the same issue down at Ruralinsky as well, or maybe start to tackle it at some point. But I also want to deal with oil. I'll touch on that in a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our stats over here. 3,200, 21 plus living at home, 2,800 unemployed. So lower down from last session, which is great. Still a problem, though. Still a problem. We'll work to solve that. Hopefully today we'll make some good progress. The education is also something I'm kind of bummed out about. Like, we're doing well, but there's quite a few people with no education, and that's really something I want to solve as well. In terms of our economy, we've made money, surprisingly, considering how much we've built this year, how much we've paid for to build. That's kind of wild. But our imports seem to be looking quite good. No more crop imports in here. I'd like to cut fuel off soon as well, if possible, though I have my doubts about that. And coal, hopefully we're done importing coal. I'll have to check on that. I'll have to check on that. Anyway, all right, so that's all the stats looked at. 8.4 million. The money's not looking that fantastic, I'll be completely honest. One thing I might do to solve that problem is just get all of these clothes starting to export. I do believe I have a train that comes around these parts. Where you at? There you are. So rather than... Hold on. No, you're... Oh, right. It's a truck. It's a truck. Okay, so what we're going to do instead now is... Fine, it comes from the cargo station, goes to the shopping center, comes to the warehouse down over here. Let's go ahead and have it load clothes, and then from there, go and export out over here. It doesn't have to be quick. In fact, I'd rather it not be quick. I want to keep an eye on this. I wish there was like a minimum amount that vehicles wouldn't take away. You know, like if it gets to X amount, vehicles stop picking it up. But I guess that's not in quite yet. But this should help us at least make a little bit more money. Clothes make a decent bit of money. And it should help us empty out that warehouse a little bit. Now, I do have another train that comes through. It doesn't go down there, but I have a train that comes through with clothes. I know it does, because this is where all the clothes get stored. But what is this train up to? You just go to the medium customs house. All right, fine, fair enough. So we're going to keep that as is. Cool. That should help our economy a little bit. Again, I mean, a lot of the steel is being used elsewhere. We haven't had a steel export run in a while. We're loading one up right now. Hopefully that'll balance our economy out. I'm not worried per se, but it is something to keep our eyes on, right? All right, let's get to work over here. Finally, we can hit play. And I might spend a lot of today on an increased speed, like playing at double speed. All right, there we go. Can't build it at infrastructure. There we go. Am I auto-building this? I will be. Let's go ahead and pop you down right over here. Question is, do I want it to connect to the farm as well? I mean, I guess I might as well have that connection too. Like if I'm already here, right, I suppose I could. Though I don't think it's necessary. Let's go ahead and put you down over here. It's a lot prettier looking. And yes, aesthetics matter. Of course they matter. Go ahead and pop you down over here. I just wish the road connection was on the other side. Oh, wait, I can do this, right. Come on, party. I do this, and I get a little bit closer. The reason for this desire for proximity is because it means less time spent traveling, right? I can do this. A little bit of a wraparound situation. I can get behind that. Come on. Give me something nice here. Not gonna work as nicely as I'd wanted. In fact, I almost prefer the extra distance traveled to how hideous it's looking. I know, it sounds ridiculous, but it's only a minor change in distance. Let's go ahead and pop you down over here. And yes, we are auto-building. There we go. Need this thing done ASAP. Let's turn auto-build off before I make a mistake sometime down the line. Let's go ahead and actually upgrade the road first, though. Just asphalt. Auto-build this. Upgrade you. Because now you're a part of the main road experience. Alright, cool. So now, what we need to do is change this. Rather than this being the point of interaction. Right? Where are you? Where is my grain storage? So we unload there from this distribution center. Right, because we pick up from the fields and we unload there, right. So rather than unloading here, we want to add this thing, which is where you unload your crops. Cool. That should make things work a lot smoother over here. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on this for a little bit. And then over here, this distribution office is going to... this is grain storage room. Oh my god, look at that. We're doing so well over here. Oh, almost 300 crops. Oh man, I feel so happy. We really have solved this this issue, haven't we? I feel so happy. All right, what's your name? You're just Dutseni Grain Storage, right? Of course. So let's get rid of that. And go ahead and add this instead. And you are going to load crops over here. Load crops from there. You unload them over here. Now, it'd be great if we could actually fit a road cargo station here as well. But unfortunately, we just don't have that set up. And what I could do, potentially... Nah, we don't really have that room down here. I mean, I could using like forklifts and I need a forklift garage. I need to make crossings and things like that. There's a lot of infrastructure that would be needed to get a cargo station over here, and I just don't see it being worthwhile. I'll be completely honest. Yes, it's a little bit slow and inconvenient over here, but we seem to be doing the job that needs doing. Man, honestly, I am so happy. I am so very happy that this has finally worked out. Now, the next thing I need to try and figure out over here is just getting more workers down here. You know, let's go ahead and reduce how many workers come to the fire station. Let's pull it down to 14. That should be enough to handle the fires in this area. And I believe we have everything covered. Yeah, we do have everything covered, so that's good. And that should allow more workers to come down to the livestock farm, which is what we need for better production over here, right? That's what we need for better production, because we've got the crops coming through at a decent pace. It's just a matter of having more people working here. 5 tons of livestock per workday is the maximum production. So, yeah, even then it's not... that's a lot better. Let's see, what are you looking at here? Like, I wonder if... Yeah, we only load 50%. I wonder if I should reduce that further. Because now we're waiting for 35 tons, right? Approximately. That's a lot. Like, what if we drop it down to... 20, 30%? What's a third of 70? 20... 23? So we should be done here now, right? Because this is below a third, obviously. 33% is a third. Go ahead and send you out. The reason why I'm doing this... is because I need the train to be providing livestock up here more often, rather than in a higher quantity. That's what I need. Not up over here, sorry, hopefully, but over here. And they're only able to import 7.5 tons at a time, right? There's no point coming up there with 30 tons of livestock. The train's not going to do anything. So we might as well go in with significantly less, right? I'm maybe taking a bit of a risk here, but I think it'll be worth it, because now the train can come down here, load up immediately on the surplus of livestock, and then move out right away. There's no reason for the train to stay here loading up a ridiculous amount of livestock. Oh my god, look at the crop. Look at the crops. It's wild. Also, it was pointed out that we don't have vehicles emptying this grain storage out, which you might be right, actually, because there's no vehicles in its pathing. But part of it is because we're trying to hold off on moving crops from Ruralinsky up to there, for now at least. Yeah, this distribution office isn't doing anything. This distribution office is also not doing anything. Yeah, so we should not be getting crops over here to begin with. We have 110 tons, which is ridiculous, but that's fine. That's fine. That's a surplus we'll store for, you know, quote unquote winter when it comes. What's the deal over here, though, right? This food factory. Okay, we've got no crops in the area, it feels like. Okay, no, we've got some crops over here. That's good. That's good. So then is the struggle again just, we produce 6 tons of food per workday. All right, how much does this produce? 20 tons. Almost 3 times as much. Right, that is a problem. That is a problem. Maybe it's time to upgrade this as well. Maybe it's time to actually get a proper food factory over here. I should have just done it last time when I put this agro farm in. But hey, modern solutions take time sometimes, right? Like, I'd be able to maybe put you in... I don't know. This is kind of a messy spot, isn't it? Very densely packed spot. I could maybe put it in like this. We disconnect from the small barn up there is the only concern. 20 tons, you got nothing. Now, do you have nothing because it's all being used up right away? That's the question. Where do all these distribution offices drop them off? Over to here, right? Obviously, because that's the barn. That makes sense. The other option, of course, is to, like, you know, develop a new farming complex up over here. That's the other line of thinking. Let me just see here. Because where's the food factory? I mean, the other option entirely is, like, to put a food factory down somewhere over here or something and have those crops get shipped over. That is an option. I'll put you down over here. Roads will get a little funky. We'll be able to connect to the warehouse. Connecting to the barn would require forklifts and things like that. We'd need something like this. Then the road's pointing in the quote-unquote wrong direction. I mean, I could experiment with this. It might be worth it, right? I think it will be worth it. Because the road can come around down the side. We'd have the factory connection across everything. I think. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell without actually having the indication of what connects. Because like crops over here now, okay, we're topped up. Food is being produced, but are any of these getting filled up? Let's look at the rate of filling. You're waiting. You're filling up. Taking a long time. Okay, that's not atrocious. It's not atrocious. And are we at full? We're not even at full worker capacity. Okay, so let's try and solve that first. Before we go nuclear, let's try and solve that first, shall we? These guys are gonna pop out. How many people? Where are you going? Where are you going? You're going to the farm, aren't you? Yeah, that's not what I need, though. As much as it helps, that's not what I need. I need people from here. I need them to go either there or there. That's it. And preferably more at the food factory. There, let's do that. Alright, let's see how that affects things. Because I feel like a lot of people are wasting their work. I feel like a lot of people are wasting their work. 6 workers over there. We have people waiting to be picked up over here, and to be picked up over here as well, right? Just a matter of getting them in the right spot. These guys, unspecified where to go. We've got a lot of spots over here. You know what I might want to do, actually? Is get some of these filled up. Done living at the in the big city. Let's go ahead and pick some of these people up. Let's see where we have 21 pluses. Solve 2 problems in one swoop, right? 21 plus. Alright. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay. It is a problem over here as well. Wait, even though... Oh, no, it's this building. Alright. Yep. 440. Are you kidding me? Alright, let's go ahead and move some of these guys down here. That'll help provide more workers up there. So, let's go ahead and move 10 citizens. Do that first. Let's see, because these guys are definitely going to end up over here, right? That's why I want to... Almost definitely going to end up over here. Still have more spots available. Go ahead and... There, do that. These guys are getting topped up. Excellent. Excellent. Unable to participate in sports is a little weird to me. Unable to get food. Hang on a second. Well, right. We know why that is. They're able to reach here. We've got some food, but obviously not nearly enough. Alright, let's see. Let's see. It's all cyclical, right? It's like one thing causes another. Not enough workers down here, not enough workers down here because not enough workers up there, not enough workers up there. Well, when we get enough workers up there, they're starving, but until we have workers up there, we're not going to be able to feed them. Alright, this is fine. Let that progress. We'll give it some time to normalize, and then we'll check out the situation, right? Down over here, looks like the cranes are at it, so we're going to get some progress over here. Still need quite a few resources. I want to make sure they're being brought in and delivered. Do we have everything we need? Boards are being picked up. Taking boards up north, aren't you? We still need boards up over here? Let's see. Oh, I guess we do. Alright, fair enough. Money's starting to look a little bit better as well. But hang on. We're still working away over here, right? Not at the same rate as we once did. So yeah, boards are being picked up. You know what I might want to consider? Zavotsk down by the Uprising Grad Road cargo station. Where is this? This is down over here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We have plenty of stuff over here, so fine. As long as the resources are available. As long as the resources are available. Dropping. Yeah, we've got stuff coming over. We've got workers coming over. It's just, I don't understand why there's a lack of boards over here right now. You're empty. Why are you coming over here if you're empty? Just blocking up traffic. I do wish the flatbeds were more likely to bring vehicles over than not. You're bringing stuff down. You've got steel coming down with you. Yeah, over to construction site. Stuff, good stuff. And it's all working, obviously. I just want to... nervous about it not working smoothly. All these workers coming down over here. Guess I should get a trolley bus coming over there as well, right? And get one of these trolley buses making a stop over. Trolley bus number 2 is which one? That's this one, right? What I could do is... the thing is, it'll extend the commute a little bit for all these guys. The other option is to get a separate trolley bus coming over that way. Before I even do that, though, I just remembered this was another thing that was suggested, done ASAP, and I agree. Get this road done. The people are moving a little bit faster down here, getting over here a little bit quicker. Again, hopefully we're seeing some smooth... Oh my god, 276. How long have you been waiting here? And I feel like we're making it right on time. Seeing how the number drops, it looks like cars are being filled up rather than a lot of people are just leaving. So we're just... See, now people are leaving. Oh no, actually no, I must be mistaken. Yeah, it's hard for me to tell exactly. Unemployment still hovering around the same number there. 2800s. Nerve-wracking, really. Nerve-wracking, really. Alright. So boards here are topped up. What are these vehicles doing? Where are you going with your steel? Iron ore processing plant. That's fine. I don't mind things being... You know, I don't mind all this stuff progressing together, but now I'm starting to wonder if I should really even cancel these until these are done. You know? Too much time and effort being dedicated. Though it's nice to have the resources all piled up. I guess let the current phase end over here. Spending so much time bringing steel over here. Now let's go ahead and suspend you. Maybe. No, fine. There's too much work going on. Let's leave it be. Let's leave it be. If anything, I might want to double speed it. But before I do that, just want to check down over here. This thing is still stuck. Why are you still stuck? It's not like this is a one-way. This guy's stuck as well. Even if I send him back around. I could send him to a depot momentarily. Possibly. Is he going to turn around? That's the question. Is he going to turn around? Because if not... I might need to sell this guy. Yeah, he's not turning around. Can I send you to the depot? Will that make a difference? No. It's so weird. Why do we have a jam here? Because this is still two-way. Alright, fine. I guess I'll have to sell this guy. You, my good friend, rather than go to the warehouse, we'll have you come over here. Unload mechanical components. Because apparently there's a risk of being jammed in over here. Not that you're carrying anything right now anyway. Not that you're carrying anything right now anyway. And I guess we have to sell this. I guess we don't have any other option really. So, and a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Hopefully this one won't get stuck over here as well. Hopefully. What are you doing? Why are you loading electronic components? Well, how does that... Wait. Well, what happened here? What happened here? This thing is supposed to, at Zavodsk, unload... Well, unload everything at that point, then. And a mechanical components factory, it's supposed to load up on mechanical components. Obviously, it's a mechanical components factory. It's not even this area. I don't know why he picked up electronic components down over here. That doesn't make any sense. What is going on? Yeah, well, while we wait for that to do something, I want to take a quick peek around at our trains to make sure they're still moving smoothly. It's been pointed out to me that the latest update has changed a little bit of how trains work, so it might be a good idea to keep an eye on all that. Looks like the trams over here are still working as well. That was another thing that was suggested I take a look into. It looks like we're still fine up there, which is good. Yeah, the trains seem to be, quote-unquote, working smoothly. Massive air quotes on that. They actually do seem to be working smoothly, so, you know, whatever that's worth. Move, why aren't you moving? Yeah, there we go. Jeez, there was an empty slot for a long time. Let's go, hurry it up. Alright, you drop everything off. Yes, excellent. Weird. Absolutely weird. Waste as well, because we bought electronic components only to drop them back off. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, now hopefully we'll be able to bring down some mechanical components, because that is severely lacking down there. We could bring it down by train as well. Right, the same train that comes up over here to pick up, what is it, prefab panels? So I guess we've stopped that now, haven't we? We've got a bit of a backlog. Bit of a surplus. What's our steel situation looking like? Who's picking up steel right now? I don't think the steel train's here. Oh yeah, steel train's leaving now. With barely anything. What is going on here? Also, I really should just, for posterity, cancel the coal import over here. Iron seems to be a problem. Interesting. Interesting. Fine over there. No iron ore over here. I might want to buy some over here. The workers are coming here. Here as well. I mean, let's see if 2 does the trick. Might need to do all 3. Damn. You've got iron ore, but no workers. You're bringing in some iron ore. Yeah, just the quality of the source here is not that great. Just the quality of the source is not that great, unless it gets, you know, filled up with workers. Which it's close to, but that's not, close isn't good enough. There we go. There we go. Now, are we looking at a smooth production? Not really. Wild. Well, I guess you just don't have enough to keep pace. That's really a bummer. That's really a bummer. So iron over here is looking good now. That's good. Once this tops up, this will start filling up as well. I think we can stop importing over here maybe. It's just like, it's the domino effect, right? One thing has led to another down over here. Like, steel is all going towards the mechanical components factory, presumably right now. And the mechanical components are being picked up over here. Yep. Yeah, I need to start getting these surpluses happening again. Pronto. Very important. Now, down over here, what's the situation as well? We've got food. Lots of food down here. That's great. 16 tons, nearly 17 tons, 8 tons of meat. Alright, great. Now, the question is, does it get distributed, though? That's my thing. The concern I have with having the one distribution office can, like, control both delivery from Train Rexkey down to storage, and then also from storage down to all of the shopping centers, is I just don't know if it's going about it in the most efficient way. That's my concern. Hopefully it is. I mean, I would suspect it is. Right now we're getting a meat delivery over here, but it's only 0.36 tons. Is that really all the meat you could have carried? We have you going down. No, you're an ambulance. Yeah, you're an ambulance. I thought it was a refrigeration truck. 0.52 tons. Heading over where? Oh, okay. You're Cesalis Road Cargo Station. You're headed over to here. Okay. Okay, 0.5 tons is maybe not that bad over here. Okay. I don't know. It's just it worries me. It worries me. But it looks like over here we have food and meat. Arguably, I need to get some clothes up over here. On which topic? Yeah, looks like we're finally emptying this space out. Where is the truck that brings clothes down over here? You go to the Veteran Cadred Shopping Center. After that, you should go over to here to unload clothes. And then you go to the warehouse. And then unload 100% over there. Gee, you know what? I almost feel like we should do this instead. Road cargo station, shopping center, all the way off in the distance. You come back, you load up at this warehouse, then you go to the medium's custom house. No. Then you go over here, you unload all the clothes, and then whatever's left over, if anything, you drop off at the customs house. So it's a bit of a long round trip, but I think it does the trick, right? Because from here you go up, drop it off over here, then you go back up and around up there, down and out. All right, cool. That makes sense to me. Let's go ahead and upgrade this road as well. About time. About time. Yep, building away, good stuff. Cool. That should speed things up a little bit over here. Are you getting done? A lot slower than I'm used to, or maybe I'm just misremembering. All right, cool. So hopefully we're going to start providing clothes to these people as well. There's our first 2 tons. Electronics I need to import, so let's go ahead and get that going. We're not producing electronics ourselves just yet. Food is looking good. Clothes are looking good. Excellent. The people are fed. They're clothed. They're, I don't know, meted. Their expectations, their needs are meted. But where is the food? You're bringing clothes. You're bringing clothes. Lots of clothes. Lots of clothes. I need food. These guys are getting food. Yeah, we're looking good over here. These guys, what about these guys? No food over here. Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Nice, big supply of food coming through. That's from the distribution office. Yes, excellent. Okay. A lot of the time, yes, it is absolutely a matter of timing, like when I check versus when I don't. People are moving. There's a good flow. Food over here, though. Food over here. The distribution office does include this spot, right? It does indeed. Yeah, well, we need to get food here urgently. We need to bring in meat. Okay, okay. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Able to visit pubs and taverns. Food, yeah, we know that's an issue. Clothes, meat. This will all hopefully soon get solved. It takes time, right? It's not overnight that this stuff registers. So this is good. Food is maxed out over here. That's absolutely wonderful to see. Crops. Yep, beautiful. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so pleased. Now you load up how much? 20% of 7. 10% is... Yeah, so 14 tons and you should start leaving, right? I could reduce this even further, actually. 14 tons and you should start leaving. Maybe I do reduce this further. Let's check something here. What are you looking like? Not you. Oh, the fabric coming in, though. Wild. Sorry, you. Yeah, you're already out of livestock. 14 tons, and yes, you've started moving. So my math is correct. Go ahead and drop you down even more. Not 0%. It's too bad I can't do 5%. We'll do 10. Fine, 7 tons. You pick it up, you head back, you drop it off, and it disappears rather quickly. Right? So hopefully that will give us a smooth flow over here. This is great. This is great. This is fantastic. But what's the situation down over here? Take a look. Got more workers here, that's for sure. Food is being produced. So this is the only thing loading up. Is that quick enough? Let me just compare that to what happens up over here. Where is... There we go. What happens up over here? This truck's arriving. He's dropping off crops, though. Okay, you're loading food. No, you're left. Looking for someone who's going to be loading food up over here. Oh, interesting. It went to the shopping center, couldn't unload everything. That's fine, I guess. How much meat do we have, actually? Quite a bit. Alright, that's feeling good. Feeling good, feeling good. Where is... Come on. One of you is coming here to pick up food. Load 50%. Okay, well, let's just compare the rates over here. You're gonna leave? Yep. I don't mind this. This isn't what I would classify as a traffic jam. So I think we're fine having this shortcut exist. A couple of ambulances headed out. Okay, I would really like it if I could actually compare side by side how quickly these numbers move. Even if for a little bit. You're at 7.4. Matter of seeing how quickly things shift. I don't think we're going to have the chance to. But it is good to see this get topped up in decent-ish time, I suppose. Oh, but look at how much faster this is. That was like instant. I was like instant. Instant. But maybe we do need a food factory down here. Oh, it's pretty fast as well, up to the first 2 or so tons. Well, I guess that's the other thing, right? The surplus, which this warehouse is killing me with. It's just like, why don't you have a surplus? That's not too bad, though, actually, if I'm completely honest. So when we're maxed out with workers, alright, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Moving all those people over to Brixtonia seems to have done a bit of a trick. What's the situation down over here? Things are taking time. Things are taking a lot of time. I want to upgrade some of these roads so the construction happens faster. Alright, some of these are getting done. I mean, mines take a long time to make as well, right? Let's not forget. They are a time-consuming endeavor. Alright, when the sun rises, I say we start planning our oil expansion. Everything else is moving relatively smoothly. Money is, yeah, getting better. We were at 8.4-ish at the beginning of this session, so money's definitely looking better. People are getting all of their needs fulfilled again. Up at Betsarinkagrad. Down at... Alright, let me just check here quickly. I can check again later. Oh, you know what, actually. So, Brixtonia, food, clothes, meat, electronics, all fulfilled. That's good. Do we have a surplus? We do. Okay, okay. Better than I was expecting. Got a ton of meat over here as well. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so what's the deal up over here then? Food, clothes, no meat though. No meat though, but there's meat here. So I guess when it's needed, it gets pulled down. Fair enough. Up over here, no food, no meat. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so why not get... You go to the cargo station, or the Brixtonia meat storage, you unload some. I guess that's the step. Why not one of you load meat here instead? Go to the Ruralinsky cargo station. You come to the Brixtonia meat storage, pick up some of the meat, and you distribute it further down. It might not even be necessary to go down to the cargo station, honestly. Because down over here, you pick up meat from here, which is empty right now, because this is missing livestock, because presumably this... No, this is working fine. I guess it's just all flowing through. I guess that's just it. Alright. I'll send you through. Send you onwards as well. Just want to see some movement over here. Disrupting flow for... Okay, no, we're not producing livestock quickly enough. So we need to get more workers coming over here. We've got 2 buses, right? 9 workers on you, 0 workers on you. Brixtonia bus stop number 2. Both of you. Alright. Brixtonia bus stop number 2 is this one, up in this corner. Should be busier now. Let's see. 1 worker without a job. Alright, these guys got immediately employed, more or less. 9 workers without a job up over here. Well, let's see. They all go to the bus stop, yeah. So it's just a matter of maybe timing there. But 9 workers without a job. Let's go ahead and get some more 21 pluses. From here, right? And drop them down over here. See how that impacts things over here. Again, I would like most of them to go, if not all of them, to go to the bus stop. And that should supply more workers here as well. Okay, cool. While that's happening, I think, you know what, we can double speed it. And let's go ahead and start planning our situation over here. So here we have oil, right? And the reason why I want to do oil next, as all this is happening, is because that's the next big industry we have to tackle. And because I want to stop importing oil sooner rather than later as well. Or fuel and oil, I should say, both. Even bitumen, which we haven't imported much this year. Oh, this month, sorry, this year. There we go, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So yeah, I want to get rid of the oil and oil byproducts that we need to import right now. So to do that, we need to check where oil is plentiful. There's a lot of oil up over here, right up until this edge, basically. We do have power access up over here as well. Man, there's oil right up here as well. Jeez. So we'll have all the oil being picked up. Right, it's probably gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, I guess. Sure, we can start with 5 oil rigs. Oil rigs produce 7 tons of oil per day. Alright, so if I'm putting down 5 to start with, maybe even 6, 7, 8. Let's say 5. We'll use that for the math because, you know, not all of these are going to be working at 100% efficiency. So 5 times 7 is 35. 35 tons of oil per day. All right, we can get a storage set up somewhere up over here so that we can pipe all the oil out, or all the, oil out. Right. The oil refinery needs 250 tons of oil and a lot of power to make fuel and bitumen. They both get made at the same spot. Great. Do we have a chemical plant up over here? I thought we did, right? For the electronics components, assembly, forklift garage, man, all this planning from so long ago, it's crazy to think about. A warehouse up over here. I guess we do not have a chemical plant up over here. I guess we're going to bring chemicals up to work with, because we need plastics as well, right? All right, hold on. So, geez, that's ridiculous. Maximum consumption is 250 tons of oil. We're gonna need a lot of oil rigs. How many workers need to work here? Keep forgetting it doesn't. Oh yeah, there we go. 500 workers. Yikes. 500 workers, which we're probably not gonna hit. Oil rigs work without workers, so that's fine. We need road access to make sure that fire trucks and stuff can reach them, right? Is there more oil? There's some more oil around these parts. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna have to basically tap into this entire lake. I almost wonder if we reclaim some of the land over here. Just doing even a little bit over here, right? It's the 90s, so land reclamation isn't such a weird concept right now. Oh geez, yeah, okay, well, we'll have to really go heavy on this. So we get a lot of oil rigs down over here, hopefully, like, looking at 10. Even then, that's just 70 tons of oil at maximum efficiency. 70 tons of oil being sent over to a place that needs 250 to work at maximum efficiency. So let's have our numbers. We're gonna get 62 tons of fuel a day at most, right? And 37 tons of bitumen, which isn't bad. Those are still decent numbers. Now, the chemical plant requires oil. See, basically what I want to try and figure out where all I need to get oil. It's going to be, okay, oh jeez. Oil needs to come all the way up to here as well, right? Because we've got the plastics factory and the chemical plant. So we need to bring oil all the way up to here. Oil also needs to be turned to fuel. Now, our trains could bring that stuff over. Basically, all right. Fuel we want to produce so we can deliver to all of our gas stations. And then, you know, export the surplus, obviously. So we want to make sure that oil and fuel is being produced down over here. Now, we can either pipe oil and fuel all the way up over here to another, you know, location to distribute from, maybe, you know, up over here or something, or we pipe only oil to distribute from up over here. We pipe oil up here and then have a fuel processing setup over here. Honestly, that seems wasteful. We've got a ton of potential workers down over here at Uprisinggrad, we might as well use them, right? The chemical plant needs oil. The asphalt plant needs bitumen. That's fine. The plastics factory needs oil as well. Also chemicals. All right, so what we'd probably do is get a storage or 2 down over here. Right, 1 for oil, 1 for fuel. All the oil work gets done over here. And then we pipe it over. Geez, piping is expensive if I'm not mistaken. A conveyor belt pipeline. That doesn't tell me. Like, all right, let's do a little comparison here, right? If we take a pipe across, yeah, hills will cause obstruction and everything. All right, gotta raise it up. It's too bad that the pipes are overland as well. All right, fine. Let's do this. From here to here, this is very rough, obviously, is 130k. 130k, all right? So this can't be built because it's too steep. I just need a rough estimate here. Oh, I saw green. So roughly, I mean, it's roughly the same. I mean, I can't actually rotate, right? 55k, approximately. No, 66k, let's say. So it's half the cost. Seems to be the rough estimate. Why doesn't it tell me, like, cost per meter or something? So taking a train up is a lot faster. Taking a train up is, a lot cheaper. We could have the oil/fuel loading and unloading. Right? Set it up over here. We already know we're going to want to bring a train from this region up to over here, right? As we produce plastics and things like that. Because we need plastics for, right, the mechanical components, I'm pretty sure, is where we needed it. But if a train comes up over here, we're not necessarily connecting that back up to here, right? Where is this track? This track comes down to here, it goes over this way, comes over this way, comes down here. So I guess what I could do is build a bypass up over here, have this be a T-junction. So fuel gets taken up and around and over. That's option number 1. We're going to wait for sunrise again. Okay, we might not actually kick off the oil today, but we definitely are planning it. That's for sure. It's a big undertaking. It's one I want to nail. I want to make sure as well that we don't cause too much issue over with our steel and vehicle production, like oil train lines. Start causing jams over here. That would be a nightmare to deal with. Get the fuel going through here. Go up this way, go through the bridge, up and around, and up. Over. Yeah, see, that becomes a mess over here the moment this bridge gets used for that. Up and around this way. Need to maybe make a bypass for this as well. Oh, geez, this is going to be a hot mess. I mean, the other option entirely is to not do a train, but instead do trucks. Don't know if that's the right call. Let's see. Oil tank. 9 tons of oil. 9 tons of oil. You need to buy like 10 of these. 16 tons. Okay. Alright, there's some bigger numbers here. 16 tons of oil at a time. I mean, it is an option, but that is a long haul journey. Oh, it takes like... I mean, hey, truckers, right? That's what you do. It's kind of wild. They drive all day, all night to get from point A to point B. That is an option, rather than using trains to get all the way across. If we were to use a train, I wouldn't mind. Let's say if we go around the mountains over here, up and over, around these mountains, and hook back up over here. Let's say, right? You hook back up over here. What we need, though, is a connection from here up to there. Because right now it's messy. Right now it comes around this way, gets over to here, and then it can't loop back up. Or it gets over to here, and then it can't go through this. So we'll have to build, like I was saying, a bypass. And we even? Let's see. Let's see. Do the angles like work is what I'm getting at. You'd have to do like this kind of thing. We're not auto building or anything yet. Yes, this is you only future plan so much. You only future plan so much. Too steep of a descent. Alright, let's go ahead and flatten this a little bit. Steep of an incline. Well, let me flatten this then. I love the new texture as well to like when you're clearing stuff out. Like the rough edges or whatever you want to call it. Alright. Now we're able to flatten you and hopefully, yes. Planning? Yes, planning. Get you down to... Come on now. Smooth out and flatten. Alright, so we can do, let's say... Let's just plan this out for now, right? Get you over here. Over here? That seems messy as all hell. Yeah, let's not do that. Cancel all this. Cancel all that. Right, so you'd go ahead and connect to like this. Cool, so you separate over here, you come out, and then from over here, I mean, I guess what we could do is, this is like such a messy solution. Getting down to here is impossible, right? We just don't have the angles, obviously. Do we, hold on, no way. Oh my god, actually, that's horrible to look at, though. That's horrible to look at, but it's an option. Don't know if I want to use it. Instead, what I'd probably do is, yeah, hook up like somewhere higher up over here. See if we can't even get down there. I might need to adjust the wiring a little bit, but it seems plausible. We can also connect over here. Nothing really uses this section is the thing, so we can also connect over here if we so desire. Alright, so a train can be hooked up that way. If we wanted to, we could send a train up and around, use the bridge, or use the tunnel. A long trip still, but obviously it's a lot faster than a bunch of trucks zigzagging through the nation. Question becomes, yeah, how do we want to connect it to... Alright, let the sun rise again. Lots of planning to do. Oh, there we go. Excellent, perfect timing. Well done, son. Well done. So we could either down over here, make this T-junction, right? And then the oil goes up this way, around, through the city, through the tunnel, up over here, right? That's an option. It's not a bad option or anything. It's an option. Or we have a separation, let's say over here, just for planning for now, right? Go ahead and separate you over here. Right? And flatten this a little bit. Oh, come on, there we go. Excellent. Keep pulling this further down. Right? I mean, I like how this looks so far. Probably have to loop around a little bit. These mountains are going to be problematic. These mountains are going to be problematic too. Unless we... Yeah, we can probably go down this way. Alright. Cool. Again, I don't mind flattening over here. This is certainly not a rural development. This is very much an urban development. Even though it goes through the countryside. Alright, we can loop this like so. Such a major construction. Go all the way around these mountains. Massive mountains. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Obviously not possible. Tell me we can't flatten these. Too steep of a descent. That's when it starts to bother me. It's like, well then let me adjust it. Let me adjust it. Average this out. There we go. Hopefully that'll make things a little bit smoother. literally and figuratively speaking. There we go. Too steep. I don't know why it wants to raise it up like that. Too steep of a descent. Alright, well, point being, this is probably the direction we're going to want to go. We're probably going to need a tunnel over here, right, to like carve through this. If we take a look at the railway tunnel, yeah, we'll be able to tunnel through here. A couple different directions. Probably do that. We'd also tunnel through here, probably. Yeah, we can tunnel through here instead. That's an option. Less of a distance to go, so loop around up over here. A little bit of construction over here, that's fine. Tunnel through here, go straight up, and connect over here. That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. Let's see, if I put the tunnel down over to here, I would say. We want to make sure we don't have to do multiple tunnels. Not auto building, right? Okay, put you down over here. Get our tracks going up from here. Flap this terrain. Oh, gee, that's a hot mess. That is a hot mess. Bring that down, bring that down. Oh god. Yeah, it's a struggle because we want to make sure that we can fit our, like, we want to expand our city in this direction as well, right? The train's going through the city one way or another. Let's see if we can't. There we go. Alright, cool. That's what I need. That's what I need. I need it to flatten down. Alright, cool. So, you then continue straight up and connect up there somehow. It's very future planning, I know, but I'd rather know what I'm getting myself into than find myself in trouble down the line. Okay, get you going up there. Let's see if we can't cancel this a little bit. Steep. There we go. We can flatten this a little bit. All right, come on now. Come on now. You know you want to work. There we go. Okay. Wow, okay. Interesting. It's not perfectly parallel, which does bother me, I'm not going to lie, but not enough to go back in and adjust that. Over here, we might have a bit of a problem. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and cancel this. Build you a little bit further down. There we go. That's probably all we needed. And now we are still not good. Come on, man. Work with me here, game. Work with me here. Get rid of this. I mean, we know this is possible. It's just a matter of how far the tunnel needs to go. Like maybe down over here. There we go. And now we can hook up over here. Alright, this seems like what we're going to do then. I'll figure out how it hooks up down here when we actually establish the fields over here, the oil fields and whatnot. But yeah, so the train will... Let's go and slow the pace down a bit. So, our oil rigs will pick up oil. The oil will get processed into fuel. Oil and fuel will both be brought up. So, a bunch of trucks will distribute the fuel to all of the gas stations on this side of the river. I think that's fine. I don't think we need to overcomplicate that. But the long haul will be done by a train that'll pick up the oil and the fuel. It'll go up this way, go up through the track, join up over here. Sorry, no, keep going up here, join up over here, loop around, join up probably up over here, right? Continue onwards, cross the bridge, go up this way. I might actually... Oh, man. Honestly, it's tempting to just build another bridge or something. Build another bridge, like, across there. Just to have access to Trainwreck without having to further congest this entire area. Or we separate over here, right? Something. But nonetheless, point being, train comes up over here, and maybe drops oil and fuel off over here, and then trucks pick up the fuel and distribute it to all the gas stations, and oil gets picked up as well, probably by trucks to be distributed down over here and over here. That's probably what we need to do. And I feel pretty comfortable about doing it that way. Feel pretty comfortable about that being an efficient way to get the oil and fuel up and running. I'm just gonna take some time to obviously build this stuff up. Now let me just take a quick peek over here. Oh, what's the progress looking like? Yeah. Oh, hey. No. I was like, oh, this is done. No, it's not. It just looks done. Time for some of the heaviest lifting. All the boards have been brought over here. The boards, concrete. Man, it's a lot of work getting these things up and running. It is a lot of work getting these things up and running. All right, making some good progress, though. I mean, the mines are seeing some decent progress. The large aggregate storage is going to see some good progress as well shortly. You need more... Man, a lot more steel. A lot more steel. Do we even have... Out of steel up there. We are out of steel down here. We are out of steel across the board. What are you doing over here? Well, you've picked up some steel, so that's good. Let's send you over, please. Let's go. I mean, no wonder the steel over here is having some trouble keeping up, because there's just constant demand for it in every direction. Constant demand. And how about mechanical components? Are we able to bring those down? Are we seeing... Where is the truck with mechanical components? If that's not getting its work done, then we're going to have a different problem later on, down the line. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell, right? Can't tell. But we must have, because if the mines are seeing progress, if I recall correctly... These guys not need mechanical components? Probably not, actually, now that I think about it. Well, we'll keep an eye out. Coal, at least, is looking great. More than. A little too much more than. I just can't wait until this is up and running. It'll start actually using some of our resources. And what about up over here? What's the deal here? Still no surplus of food, but food is at least moving decently. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and send you off and send you off too. Problem is that we're filling up this small barn, and that'll keep filling up forever. Let's send you to the shopping center instead. Food here? Yeah, there we go. That's all I wanted to see. That's why I wanted to move these guys on. Fills up decently. If we can get it up to like 8 tons before a truck arrives, then we're in a good spot. Then we're in a good spot. Just want to see how this proceeds. Yeah, I mean we're doing okay. All right, fine. Okay, I'll check back on that in a moment. Over here, I want to check before I forget. Yeah, food is still a problem here, isn't it? Or I'm just checking at the wrong time. No, quite a few people not getting food over here. Why is that? Low on food up over here. Why is that? We're missing crops over here. Seriously? How did that happen? They're loading up. Still have a bunch of crops down over here. Right, what are we looking at here? I guess harvest season has passed. $25 tons up there, 94 tons in here. These guys are still picking up crops. Oh, we're still okay. Why aren't you moving? There we go, you're moving. You're moving, okay, okay. Things are still flowing. You're going up with how much crops? 100 tons almost. Okay, so we're still fine for the most part. Still have food over here. Okay, that was just a matter of timing. I just happened to look when we had no food and no crops. What's the deal here? Construction has stopped. Not assigned to a construction office. We'll get that going next time, I think. Alright, so over here we have food. It's just about to run out though, which is okay, not ideal. It's looking better, that's for sure. Things are looking better. Here we have food and meat and clothes, great. Here we have clothes and meat, no food though. Again, same kind of issue, I'm sure. Stemming from the same area. It's like, do we, I guess, just need more fields or more trucks? Maybe a bit of both. What's the deal down here? You're loading up. You're waiting until loaded though, right? Yeah. I don't necessarily have a problem with. Yeah, we might need some more fields still. Though, let's see. All a matter of time. You got another 12 coming. You're empty. You're empty. You got another 12 coming. There's another 24 in there right now. Lots of vehicles heading here right now. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on this. Obviously, it's not done until it's done, right? It's not done until it's done. We're also working on a huge new construction, which I'm really excited for. A huge new plan, I guess, which I'm really excited for as well. That's gonna be interesting. What's the deal over here? Yeah, we're seeing some good progress. This will be done in no time. This is, I mean, almost done already. Almost done already. I think this was a pretty good session. We managed to iron out a lot of kinks. Huh? God damn. But no, in all seriousness, I think this was a pretty good session overall. We saw some things get fixed up. Some things on the cusp of being fixed up. You know, status quo, basically. But trending positively is our status quo, which is not a bad status quo. 21 plus is still a problem. Unemployment has gone up a little bit. That's... I mean, we really need to figure out what's going on over there. This'll help a lot, and clearly our oil and fuel production will help a lot as well. Our economy is looking good again. Again, we went from 8.4 to 9.3-ish, so that's not bad at all. Ode's still in a massive surplus over here, so that's also fantastic. Food. The last thing that needs ironing out. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference with regards to how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, how I do it, when I do it, all that sort of stuff, as you very well know by now, I'm sure. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time. До свидания.